Hello everyone, welcome to Topic of the Day. In this edition, we shall be discussing the process of electing President of India. Now, as we know that the tenure of our current President, Sri Ramnath Kovind, is set to end this July. Therefore, we will witness the 16th Indian presidential election on the 18th of July 2022. Now, let us discuss about the President of India. So, Part 5 of the Constitution under the Union talks about the President of India. We shall see further what are the articles associated. First of all, we have Article 52 of the Constitution that says that there shall always be a President of India, and also he holds the highest elective office in the country. Further on, we have Article 3 to 4 that speaks about authority to conduct the presidential election is vested in Election Commission of India. If we talk about the term of the President, our Constitution says that the President shall hold office for a term of 5 years from the date on which he enters upon his office. Further on, we have Article 56 that says, he shall, however, continue to hold the office notwithstanding the expiry of his term until his successor enters upon his office. Further on, we have Article 61 that talks about the impeachment of the President. And it states that when a President is to be impeached for violation of Constitution, the charge shall be preferred by either house of the parliament, Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. Now let us understand the manner of election of the President. First of all, we have Article 54 that talks about the Electoral College. Now, Electoral College consists of the elected members of both houses of the parliament, Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha. But there is one catch, that the nominated members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are not part of this. And the second one is the elected members of legislative councils of state are not part of the Electoral College. Now, when we talk about the Electoral College, for the current scenario, the elected members of both the houses of parliament collectively are 776. That is 543 for Lok Sabha, 543 for Lok Sabha and 233 for Rajya Sabha. And this is excluding the nominated members of both Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and the elected members of legislative assemblies of the states. So in the current scenario for 2022, we have 4033 MLAs, and before 2019, it was around 4120. That was before the abrogation of Article 370. So now it is 4033. And so this gives us a total of around 4809 members. 4809 members. Further on in this article, that is 54 and 55, the state includes National Capital Territory of Delhi and also the Union Territory of Puducherry. Also, the Article 55, Clause 3 of the Constitution states that the election of President shall be held in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable voting system. And the voting at such election shall be a secret ballot. We will understand what does this mean, the single transferable voting system and also the proportional representation of MPs and MLAs. Now let us understand what is the single transferable voting system. First of all, it is different from the traditional ballot voting system. Now in this system, on one side of ballot paper, you get the name, and other side you have to fill the preference for the candidate. For example, you have 3 candidates, X, Y and Z, and you give certain preference to these candidates. For example, 1, 2 and 3. Now, while counting, they calculate how many people have given first preference to X, and so these votes will go to X's account. Similarly, the people who have given first preference to Y will get votes in the Y's account, and likewise. Now, suppose in this scenario, Z has got the least votes. So what will happen is that his votes will be transferred or distributed to X and Y. For example, for the people who have now given second preference to X, will go to X, their vote will go to X. And for the people who have given second preference to Y, their vote will go to Y's ballot. And now in this case, when any person or candidate will get greater than 50% of the vote value, he or she will be declared as the winner. So this was a little bit about the single transferable voting system. Now let us understand how the value of each vote of an MP or MLA is calculated. Now, our Constitution has given a method to calculate the value of vote of MPs and MLAs. So, these votes are weighted and their value is determined by the population of each state. And this is as per the census data 1971. First of all, let us see how the value of vote of an MLA is calculated. So, the value of each MLA's vote varies from a high of 208, that is in UP, to a low of 7, that is in Sikkim. Let's see how. Now the basic formula to calculate the value of vote of an MLA is, first of all, we'll divide the population of the state, and that is as per the 1971 data, the 1971 census data, divided by the number of MLAs of that state, and then this number is further divided by 1000. For example, to calculate the value of vote of an MLA in UP, we have the population of UP this much as per to the 1971 census. Then this is divided by the number of MLAs, the current sitting MLAs, that is 403 for current scenario. And this number is further divided by 1000. So this gives us a number that is equal to 208. Therefore, we can say that value of vote for an MLA in UP is equals to 208. So this means that UP's 403 MLAs contribute to around 83,824 votes to the electoral pool. While, for example, Sikkim has 32 MLAs and they contribute to 32 into 7, that is 224 votes. Now similarly, we have value of vote of MLA for Maharashtra, that is equals to 175, that is for Maharashtra, and similarly for Arunachal Pradesh it is 8. So now we can say that the weighted votes from all the assemblies add up to 5.43 lakh. And to be precise, this number stands around at 5,43,231. That is the weighted votes from all the assemblies in India. Now likewise, when we have to calculate the value of vote of an MP, this process demands that 776 MPs, that is 543 in the Lok Sabha and 233 in the Rajya Sabha. And also we have to remember that there are no nominated members that are part of the Electoral College, both from Lok Sabha as well as from the Rajya Sabha. Now these 776 MPs should contribute to the same total of votes as the MLAs. Therefore, the value of each MP's vote is 5.43 lakh, or this given number, divided by 776, that is divided by 776, and that is rounded off to 700. And the combined electoral pool from the state assemblies as well as from the parliament adds up to around 10.86 lakh. Now let us see the requirement to secure a victory in the presidential election. So a nominated candidate does not secure victory based on simple majority in the presidential election, but through a system of getting a specific quota of votes. So when we talk about this quota, that is equivalent to total value of votes of MP plus the total value of MLA's vote, that is divided by 2 plus 1. That means while counting, the Election Commission totals up all the valid votes cast by the Electoral College through the paper ballots, and to win, the candidate must secure 50% of the total votes cast plus 1. So that means he has to cross the quota. So now let us take up our practice question on this topic. Consider the following statements. First, the election of the president shall be held in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable voting system. And second, only elected members of both the houses of the parliament and of the state legislative assemblies are members of the Electoral College for presidential election. Now, which of these statements given above are correct? You can write your answers in the comment section below. So we see both the statements are correct. The first statement states that the election is held by the means of single transferable voting system. That is absolutely correct. And also the second statement says only elected members, that means not the nominated members, of both the houses of parliament and of the state legislative assemblies are members of the Electoral College. So the correct answer is option C, that is both 1 and 2. Well, this was all for today's topic of the day. I hope you liked the video. I'll see you with some other video tomorrow. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.